Pisces, it's been a long time, if ever, that you believed the garbage that's crammed down all of our throats, that we must conform, we must deliver messages in a certain way, we must receive them in a certain way, that this means this about love, and this is how you should act in the world to be successful. You don't believe that. And I'd be surprised if you ever really did, whoever I'm connecting with today. And Spirit's coming through with a very strong message to reinvigorate yourself, to reclaim that eccentricity that is you. And that's the card that I got for you for the bones of this reading. So we're going to get in further and see what this message is all about. But it feels like there's some kind of imposing ideology, thought form, or maybe a person in your life who's trying to conform or get you to conform, or maybe you're just fed up with something. And before this card came out, and earlier today, and I was thinking about doing your reading, I was getting something about confrontation, but it didn't feel negative. It felt like a necessary confrontation. Maybe you're confronting some stifling, rigid energy, and you're breaking through and breaking free from that. And by some of you know, my cat is a Pisces, and for some reason, I kept saying to her today, you're free, you're free. I don't know. So there could be something about that, feeling more freedom today. And every day I'm hearing, and every day that going forward, feeling freer, feeling more like yourself, stepping into who you really are. No more following the rule book, no more even picking up the rule book. It's like, it's your time. That's what I'm feeling. Now, some of you could be breaking out of some kind of structure. Maybe this is a relationship that's dragging you down, a family unit that's no longer working for you, a housing situation. I'm not sure. So let's get in and find out, Pisces. But I'm really excited because this is like, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't believe in that garbage. I don't believe in that sauce. I don't believe what you're telling me. And it could be the case that somebody's presenting themselves to you in some certain way, and you're like, yeah, I don't know about that. That doesn't seem authentic, or that doesn't seem legit. Okay. I also feel like for many of you Pisces who have been on a soul path, a spiritual path, working with yourself, integrating more difficult aspects of your own persona and psyche for a while, you're seeing other people confront their own shadow and kind of wrestling with their own demons. And in that wrestling of their own demons, they may indeed be projecting onto others a little bit. Okay, and they may be even talking about projection as they project, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see, Pisces. Let's see what this is all about for you. This reading, this eccentricity that's coming through for you. Pisces. What is the energy? I made a new spread for Scorpio, and I feel like using it for you too. It's not all that different than what I've been doing, but it kind of changes the intentions around, the feelings around. The bones of the reading is the eccentric card. So let's see. I'm just going to use this because I feel like maybe you have Scorpio in your chart, or maybe you're resonating with Scorpio right now. I'm hearing something about truth-telling. Let's look at the spark igniting within you. What's waking up within you? Ooh, yeah, look, we got multiple cards, but we have restriction, leadership, and security in reverse. Exactly. It's like a lot of people restrict themselves or conform in order to assure security for themselves so that they can feel like they belong, or feel like they won't be threatened, they won't be thrown out of a tribe, or maybe they'll get the job, or they'll have security in their relationship if they don't challenge the restrictions. But here you come as this leader, and I don't even feel like you're really trying to take a leadership role. It's just kind of like your aura, your presence, your uniqueness is leading the way. It's like, oh, wow, somebody is actually brave enough to call something out. Somebody's actually brave enough to say, that's all garbage. I don't give a damn about that. It inspires other people, and if it doesn't inspire them to take action, it at least removes the veil of illusion that they are in fact restricted. Okay, some people don't know that they can break free, and I feel like you're guiding them and you're showing them. This beautiful owl here. There's also a ram, representing Aries, so that could be significant energy for you to tap into. Although I feel like you're pretty down with your own Aries energy, and if you're like, I don't have Aries in my chart, yes you do. We have all 12 signs in our birth chart, right? Each sign rules a different house. So wherever Aries is in your chart, I feel like you've done a lot of work there. Maybe it's your 8th house, maybe it's your 12th house, maybe it's your 2nd house. But whatever it is, I feel like that's solid within you. Okay? This is beautiful. Okay, so I don't care what you offer me. I'm not going to sell out. There's a message here about I'm not going to sell out just for some so-called security. Let's see what's on this security. There could be a Taurus here that you're battling with, or Taurus energy that's starting to feel like something you want to rebel against. Somebody very concerned with security, or even an aspect of yourself that used to be really concerned about that. You're not going to limit yourself for some promise of safety, okay? There's something I'm getting about, like, you've had the lesson that nothing is safe when you restrict yourself, okay? So let's see what is turning to ash. What has run its course in your life? What has turned to ash and what has run its course in Pisces life? Some of you may be healing. I'm just thinking about my cat here who got her teeth pulled. and as a Pisces, she's healing. So maybe that's for some of you too. You're healing from something physical right now. You're healing well. Ooh, ethical. Let's see. Okay, we'll get 2 more just to even it out. Turn to ash, run its course. Ethical. Interesting. Just 2, Spirit. I feel immediately coming through with this card and the owl, doubling here, double owls. It feels as though, how do I say this? Sometimes we veil restrictive energy as ethical energy. Like we pretend something is ethical, but in all reality, we're just restricting ourselves in our expression. For example, it's like, oh, well, that's not ethical to say what you really think. Perhaps you've heard that, or perhaps that's been a thought that's floating out there. When in reality, that's just restriction. It's not about ethics. You see what I'm saying? So it's like somebody's mixed something up around you, or maybe you have, or I don't know, but it's like somebody's telling you something is wrong for you to do, or you felt wrong for doing something, and then you realize this isn't about my ethics or ethics in general. This is actually about restriction versus freedom. So I feel like what's turning to ash and what's run its course is this misconception about what ethics are. Okay? Ethical, what's ethical and ethics in general is a concept, right? It's a concept. So it can change, it can shift, and it may differ from person to person. So question of ethics here. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I feel like you're making some waves here. You're breaking, you're breaking some walls down. Conceptual walls, even upheaval. You are creating a little bit of a stir and a storm. And again, if you're thinking about something maybe a little bit more personal, like a relationship or some friends, family, love, work, whatever it is, it feels like you're challenging the very idea of ethics in this relationship, what's right and what's wrong. You know, it's like you're going against the grain here, like, wait a second, you're telling me that that's the way it needs to be and that's what's right? That's not what's right. That's how I feel you are right now. Yeah, force. There's a lot of energy coming from you. You're determined here is what I'm getting. Perspective and declaration. Ethical perspective and declaration. I also feel like as what's turning to ashes, you are done explaining your own personal values and why you do what you do. Okay, it feels like perhaps other people wanted you to really expound on why you're conducting yourself in such a way, or why you're proposing this research, or why you're saying this in a relationship, or why you want to go out at this time of night, you know, whatever it is. I feel this need to explain, or the pressure someone put on you to explain your position is done. And I'm hearing the train go by right now, this rumbling sound. It's like, yeah, you're on your way out here. You're on your way out of this energy. And I do believe your position, your ability to stay true to yourself and your own eccentricity is creating an upheaval in your environment or somewhere in your life for other people. Okay. Let's see what else we get, Pisces. This is very exciting. I actually feel guided to pull some charms. These might be little clues for you about a synchronicity, a sign, something you're thinking about, maybe confirmation for you, or maybe there'll be a message in the charms themselves. So let's see. I feel like I pull out charms for Pisces more than anybody. They're different, right? They're different, and that's you. You're different. Okay, we have a tree, like the tree of life, the letter K, the letter M, Capricorn, the word sum, a moon, a crescent moon, a little surprised face here. Yeah, this is the upheaval, shock. Elephant, memory, knowledge, the letter F, a B, and the letter I. Let's get two more. Tell me what this sum is about. Somewhat. The sum of Pisces parts. What is this? The sum. 8th house. Yeah, I'm telling you, Scorpio energy is coming through for you right now. Whatever's in your 8th house, whatever sign rules it, whatever planets are there, even if there aren't any planets there, that house is important for you. It's the house of transformation. Okay, deep transformation, like psychological, subconscious transformation. It's also a house of energetic, I didn't even mean to say that. I meant to say psychic. Okay, energetic growth, psychic development, 8th house. Okay, and we have these handcuffs. Yeah, you're free. You're free. A heart with a key, a message. Oh, I'm hearing news. Okay, let's see what this news is all about. We have a heart with 3 waves, the letter C, and a seahorse. Oh, I love that. That feels like you. You feel like seahorse energy to me, but like ferocious seahorse. You're a ferocious seahorse. Yes, you are. Okay, seahorses are very connected to their partners too. So love is very special for you. It's felt different for you, perhaps than it is for another or other people in general that you know. You have a deeper perspective on love. Okay, let's see what the news is. The message. Is it communication? What is this news? 4 of Wands. It's good news. It's celebratory news. Okay, maybe an invitation somewhere. Tell me. Something you've been stressing about. 9 of Swords, death, and 6 of Wands. Whatever you've been waiting to hear about or you've wanted some more information, you're going to get some news. It's positive, okay? It's what you've wished for. And it brings the anxiety and stress to an end. 8th house, death, Scorpio, transforms the way that you're perceiving something, your perspective on something. And victory, 6 of Wands, and it's a win for you. Okay, so I don't know what that is for everybody, but there's good news coming in. And it feels like this isn't just random news you weren't expecting. This is something that you've been waiting for. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. The High Priestess. It feels to me like you knew there was a potential or a possibility, or you knew something was there, you knew something was solid, like secure, Queen of Pentacles. You were pretty confident in it, but you didn't have any confirmation with the Moon, except your own intuition with the High Priestess. And that's going to be confirmed to you. Okay, maybe that's a side message. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say here for Pisces. Okay, we're going to look at your current energy first. Well, maybe we'll get the whole spread out. Yeah, let's do that. The energy's moving fast, too, in your reading. Well, I think this guy's on a motorcycle here. And that really does feel like the energy. Like we're in the train, we're zooming, we're going, we're moving. leadership, right? Knight of Cups, going forward with the heart, though. This isn't hubris. This isn't ego. I'm hearing you're not maniacal. This is going forward with your heart. You're not going to believe in some kind of garbage anymore. Okay, I'm going to be intentional about this, Spirit. Let's get 3 shuffles. For Pisces. Or whoever's watching, doesn't matter where Pisces is in your chart. If you feel guided to be here, this reading could be for you. Use your discernment. Of course, I feel like if you're still here at 15 minutes, I mean, you're connecting. If not to the message, then at least to the energy. You know, sometimes the message is in the energy and not in the words. So pay attention to that. 9 of Swords at the bottom. What is stressing you out? 4 of Wands. It is about this news. Can I just see for a second, Spirit, what has been stressing Pisces out? 4 of Cups, some kind of rejection or missing an opportunity of some sort. The Hanged One, not knowing if it's time to walk away from something or time to give something up. The Hanged Man, the new perspective, Ace of Cups, to enjoy a better life, to lead and live with your heart. It feels like you're sort of semi-reluctantly passing up on something or passing the baton to someone. It's like you want to start something new, but it's been stressful. Maybe because whatever you're walking away from or whatever you're laying to rest, you put a lot of time, effort, and energy into. You had to learn the ropes, or you put a lot of your heart and soul into a connection or a job or whatever it is. But your perspective on yourself and who you are and where you fit in and where you don't has totally, it's not that it's shifted, it's just become more solid. Like you really understand that it's time for you to be free. I mean, look at this card. That's you. Let's go. Okay. So, your overall energy, Pisces. Knight of Wands. This is a really interesting Knight of Wands card. So, typically the Knight of Wands is passion, forward action, fast-moving energy, which I've been feeling for you. A lot of fire, spirit. Feeling inspirited, inspired to do something. But here in this card, there's a lot of reflection going on. Like, what part of myself is guiding me? What is leading me forward? Do I trust this? Should I go in that direction? So tell me more about this energy for Pisces. There's a little bit of, I don't even know if it's not questioning though. It's like awareness that everything's changing, or that you're really fed up even with something. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, yeah, and the Knight of Swords. You're walking away from this garbage, right? This lack mindset or some kind of impoverished environment, somewhere where your spirituality is not acknowledged, or somewhere where there's just nothing but like bad news, okay, or roadblocks. You're not giving your cup there anymore. You're not giving your energy there. But Knight of Swords, it feels like you may be going out with a bang. You know, there's something maybe you want to say. I feel like that's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, it feels like the dilemma I'm picking up on is, do I just turn my back and leave and start something new, go fresh? Or do I like really throw down here and say what I'm thinking and, you know, put it all out on the table, or maybe expose something? Or I don't know what this Knight of Swords is for everyone, but it's something mercurial, something of the mind, some awareness you have of what's really underneath something that's been perturbing you, bothering you. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit of whistleblower energy. Can I get on more on that? 9 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, the World. 2 of Pentacles. But there's also this desire in you, like, well, maybe I just let sleeping dogs lie and I just go and do my thing, you know, and I live my life. I live my change, my new cycle, my dream, my wish fulfillment. And this all comes to an end. I'm hearing something about like a property manager or landlord. I don't know, maybe you want to call someone out there, or maybe that's a metaphor, right? It's like somebody you feel has been managing your energetic field. You want to call them out in some way. And it doesn't have to be a person directly. It could just be, I don't know, being more forceful in your thoughts and your beliefs. And again, not being stifled by this like hierophant in the shadow that's telling you, well, that's not ethical, Pisces, to do that. Does this make sense? I feel like this is going to make sense for a few people. It feels like something very particular going on in your life. Okay? So what is calling you right now? What is calling to you? The King of Swords. Yes, this is the energy. And behind the King of Swords, there's this maze. It's like you've come out of the maze and you've figured something out here. The exit out of the maze. And you have this piece of paper, this declaration or something that you've found or you've made, a manifesto even, a letter. This could be the news. And you've discovered something huge, some deep truth. You have some knowledge that others don't, and that's the energy calling to you. Every time you hear the wind, it's saying, step into the King of Swords energy. Eccentric King of Swords energy, eccentric thinking, eccentric communication. And I don't mean eccentric as in like, I don't know, kitschy or weird or something like that. I just, well, what do I mean? Someone who's bold. Let's see a little bit about what the book says here, just so I can really get this energy down. Eccentric. Spirit's telling me to pull another card, so I will in a second. Unrestricted by convention. The eccentric behaves and dresses in whatever way strikes his or her fancy. He or she is an individual who marches to the sound of their own drum. The sanest of madmen. She cannot be co-opted into seeing and thinking as others do. Her individuality is not contrived. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me pull another card, Spirit. What else is here? The lion, the leader. Right. That's how you're supposed to lead. Okay, give me 1 second, Pisces. Thank you for your patience here. The letter G could be significant. It feels like you've identified a trickster, even if it's just a thought, right? Or a organization or a policy, or maybe it's a person, even someone's shadows. It's like, oh, for some of you, you've realized some of the trauma that someone around you is facing. I don't know, like you realize how it's guiding them or how it's dictating some of their thoughts. Well, why can't I get this? There we are. If you can convince him to be with you, you will also learn to temper your spurious inclinations, and if circumstances demand it, you'll be able to call upon his massive strength and ferocity. But he's not your pet. His noble heart exists to protect the abused and misused, and he abhors the cruelty of self-serving authority. That's what I'm saying. It's like you are breaking out of a structure, some self-serving, hierophant in reverse authority. You are saying, no, enough with these rules, regulations, BS. I'm fierce and I have something to say and I'm heading my own way. You know, it's not like you're just there for some kind of justice. You're also doing what you're doing to set yourself free. The lion has learned to tame the youthful inclinations that once led him to waste his power. Instead, through resolve and self-restraint, he has harnessed his stamina. Merely watching his massive shoulder blades rising and falling like pistons informs you of the force contained within his frame. Noble of heart and slow to stir, the lion is for the most part passive. But when provoked, and I do feel like you've been provoked, confrontation, he becomes a formidable force. When rampant, his will is uncontainable, and he will snap any chains placed upon him as if they were cotton thread. If you are able to convince the lion to accompany you, his presence will give you great security. But see, this is what I'm talking about. The lion, the strength card, tame, tempering that ferocity within you can be a great lesson and something we need to do in many instances. But here you're not worried about that security, that tempering energy or that integrative energy between the lion and the self offers you. Instead, you want to just roar. You want to roar. Okay. He is principally there to protect the abused and those oppressed by authoritarian misrule. That's you, Pisces. It is whistleblower energy, 100% here for you. Okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see the next card. And why are you being called into this King of Swords energy? Justice. Because something ain't right. Something's off, karmically, energetically, maybe legally or ethically, morally. Someone's twisted even the meaning of ethics somewhere. So you are being called with all your knowledge and all your fortitude, your mental fortitude, your intelligence, and your authority to rectify something. And even if it's just turning your back and walking in a new direction, that in and of itself is some kind of justice. But I do feel with the Knight of Swords here, there is some kind of confronting energy that you're working with. Like, I don't feel like you're just going to not say nothing. Okay? So let's see a little bit more on this justice. Well, I feel like we've answered that. Let's move to the next card, actually. Why? We did that. Justice. Guidance, what to do next. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, she's finding something, right? She's opening. Or is she burying it? What is she doing? No, I think she's opened it. She has the key. There's a box. She's opened it with this key. And she's retrieving a pentacle. There may be a necklace of significance that you wear. This could be something that is energetically protecting you because you've put an intention around the necklace. Okay. Or it was given to you that way. Four of Pentacles. Something has been held back from others. A truth, something material. See, it's like somebody else, I'm feeling this energy is Four of Pentacles. Like, no, I'm holding on to this. I'm holding on to this opportunity. I'm holding on to this truth. I'm holding on to this money. I'm holding on to whatever this is. And I'm not going to let it go. And you're like, but I have a key and I'm going to open this box and actually retrieve it. You can't hold it back. So your guidance is, well, let's say that clearly. Some of you, your guidance, this is only for a few of you, is to give someone an opportunity that they're not going to get without your help or without you blazing some trail here. You're going to open a door for someone in some way. For others of you with the whistleblower energy, like whatever's been kept back, you're definitely putting out there. For others of you who are thinking more love, relationships, some kind of conflict in that arena, it's like whatever was held back from you, someone's love, someone's respect, somebody's support, you're finding a way to give it to yourself here with the Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's your guidance. You don't need it from them. Two of Cups. The Tower at the bottom. What do you want me to say about Pisces in this? Yeah, for some of you, there's really something you could do or say to make someone's dreams come true, someone's wishes come true. Just a little bit of, maybe it's just even a pep talk, or just some small token of affection or support, or like, I got your back, or this is how you, showing them how to do something, or changing the environment, changing the structure of an organization or of tarot land, I don't know, so that they can come forward without this authoritarian rule, without following some kind of like ethics that isn't really ethical at all. Do you know what I'm saying? And for others of you, this is something to do with a relationship. Yeah. Okay, and then what else? Okay, so somebody here in a relationship is acting like a fool at the bottom, is acting like a child, acting like a baby, or, I don't know, they're throwing some kind of fit, temper tantrum. They're not listening. Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. They're not showing up, okay? And they're not offering any security at all, and you don't even want it, whatever that is, that I don't know, they're restricting their energy. They're being strange in some way. And I feel Spirit saying your guidance, Six of Swords, the Sun, is to, well, move away from that. Go towards something that's going to grow, something that's in the light. Some of you are having some kind of secret thing go on. I don't really feel Spirit saying this is the best opportunity for you. Something shouldn't be held back here. It also feels like to me that there is some form of integration, even with yourself or with somebody else, but something needs to be brought into the light first. And this feeling of lack, or this feeling of I need to hold something back, or I never know what this person's going to do next, that's something that you need to, like a thought that you should no longer consume yourself with. Okay, so there's different things going on there. You could be just too much for someone. And I mean that in a really good way. Okay, so what will come of this? We have Three of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. And there's two Three of Swords cards in this deck. One is like, the more conventional Three of Swords where it looks like real, genuine heartbreak. And then there's this Three of Swords where there's cerebral awareness of pain and why it was caused and what it's created. Okay, so this is a lesson learned from a painful situation. And I also feel like there's an understanding of how to prevent this in the future. Why it happened and how to prevent it. There's something about you writing an open book for others to read. Yeah, it feels like you're definitely bringing something into the light. Nine of Pentacles, this is something that could be very successful for you. Maybe you're writing about something painful, or you're creating some kind of artwork around it, or I don't know, you're guiding in some way here. There's also something about a taboo topic that either you've wanted to investigate or dip into, or maybe somebody around you wanted to, but it's only been coined or named taboo because it threatens someone's authority. It's actually not taboo at all, is what I'm getting. That seems very specific. But what will come of this is freedom. This is the card of freedom, sovereignty. Security. Even though you're not looking for it, it's what you get. Because you're living authentically. You're living freely. You're living as yourself and no one else. And when you're yourself and no one else, and you live by your own rules, No one can take that security away from you, because only you have given that security to yourself, no one else. Okay, so that's what I see as your outcome. I feel like there's something more here. I'm going to pull one last card, and then I'm going to go into an extended reading. In the extended, I'm going to go a layer deeper. I don't know where we're going to go there, but let's see what's underneath all of this. Maybe we'll get more on the good news. I don't know. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description box below. If you don't like that idea or you're not interested, then just trust Spirit already knew that. Didn't leave you out in the cold in any way, and you got everything you needed right here. Ooh, boundaries. Truth. Maybe this is what we're going to get into in the extended. It feels to me someone's been keeping boundaries around the truth. So-called boundaries, but they're not actually boundaries. They're walls. I'm seeing a fence here. A barbed wire fence. It's like, no, these are my boundaries. You can't go here. You can't come in here. It's not for you. But there's something happening in there that other people don't want you to see. Like when I'm seeing this fence around, like maybe it's a prison or something. It's not to keep the prisoners in. It's to keep you out. Do you know what I mean? But everyone's saying, no, it's to keep the prisoners in. No, there's something going on in there. The truth needs to be discovered. Okay? Yeah. So I see that happening too as the outcome. Okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.